Hey everybody, this is Lorelia. It's been a while since I've actually did a video, but tonight wanted to talk about something that I recently saw. And it's something a question that I also get a lot of. And I want to kind of address it tonight because it's something that a lot of people have been. I want to say, I'm going to really be honest with you. It's like, people have been brainwashed to believe it. So there's a Facebook group that I'm a part of with a lot of people who are in the industry of finance or credit. And so the article that the person posted in the video was, I mean, the article that the person posted in the group was regarding is credit repair a scam? And it was information that was put out by a particular state. And I found it very, I want to say I found it very interesting because the state that put this article out um, was uh, informing consumers about um, beware of credit repair. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. So I'm doing a video. Oh, okay. Oh boy. So the life of having kids. So the article was regarding how to protect consumers from credit repair. And I feel like that video that's been going viral with the man and he's being interviewed and his children are running in, but hey, it happens. I have kids. So, but going back to what I said, so this article was informing consumers about how to protect themselves from credit repair and telling them that it's a scam. And so, um, and so that's what I was saying. So I find it very interesting um, that the state that put this out is a state that has um, outrageous usury laws. And if you don't know what usury laws are, please Google it. But usury laws are laws that determine how much interest can be paid by consumers. And so each state, there is a certain amount of interest that a particular establishment can charge consumers if they are extending them any type of credit. And so each state has their own law and they have their own threshold. And usury laws also have to do with monitoring if payday loans are legal in your state or title loans or what have you. So this particular article was from a state that has outrageous payday loan interest rate establishments that are, and I've been to this state, and I'm going to say this much: it's a state that's in the South, and it's a state that a lot of people go to, and it starts with G and it ends with A. So you put it together. So this particular state, if you go to a city that starts with A and ends with A, or if you go to this particular state and you go to a city that ends with D and ends with R, you'll see nothing but payday loans and title loans and all types of outrageous stuff that keeps you in financial bondage. So the article was informing consumers to watch out for credit repair, but yet and still there is nothing out there that is informing consumers about stay away from payday loans from this particular state. And this is not to pick on this particular state, but it's just to show you how things are not as it appears. And what I mean about things are not as what it appears, going back to why I titled this article about, is credit repair a scam? The reason why I said, is credit repair a scam? Because many people have been, going back to the word, what I said, brainwashed into believing that getting any type of help, and should I say, not, I won't say getting it, any type of help that they have to pay for is a scam. So my thing is this: how can you prevent yourself? How can you prevent yourself from being scammed? Because everybody is always concerned, oh, I don't want to do this, or I don't want to pay for this because I'm afraid I'm going to get scammed. Well, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, or anyone who's watching this video, what the big scam is. The scam is sitting like a bird on a branch, knowing that your financial life is in chaos and that you refuse to do anything that can help you change the situation. Because money is never the issue. I don't care how disenfranchised a person may seem, may make their situation appear. That's why I said in the title of this video, meaning words have power, is because many people will say in one breath, I'm low income, I don't have this, I don't have that, but yet still in another breath, they're saying, but I want to be financially free. And the two cannot occupy the same space. They just can't. They just can't. You have to decide on what you're going to be. Are you going to be low income and disenfranchised, or are you going to eliminate those words, understand that, hey, I may be in a financial situation that's not the best right now, but you best to believe 6 months to a year or 18 months or 24 months or whatever the timeline you're going to put on yourself, it's going to be different. So I say that to say, is credit repair a scam? No, the credit repair is not a scam. Federal Trade Commission, FTC, has guidelines on things that consumers can do to protect themselves. And so you can follow that. You can follow that and say, okay, the federal government tells me these are the warning signs that I need to look out for if I want to pay someone to repair my credit. But this is what I've always told people. If you want to avoid being scammed, if you want to avoid being scammed, if you want to avoid if you want to avoid someone taking advantage of you financially, then learn the information. So many times people will come to me and say, I don't know how to do this, I don't understand this. And then I will say, okay, well, here's a resource that can help you. No, 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 they don't want that. So my thing is this: that's the scam. The scam is not getting help. The scam is staying in your situation and thinking that someone owes you or someone is supposed to help you. Because a lot of people will say to me, well, I think, if a person knows this, they should just tell me. They should not charge me. And my rebuttal to that is, take your credit report, all the derogatory accounts that are lowering your credit score. You go to that creditor or that lender and hold them responsible. Go to that auto financing company that gave you that absorbent fee for that car loan and hold them responsible. Say, hey, you didn't educate me on credit, and due to that, I was unable to pay this car loan. You didn't educate me on interest rates. So because of that, I was unable to pay this this car loan with this absorbent interest rate. Hold them accountable. But see, unfortunately, you can't do that. You can't hold the bank who gave you the credit card accountable. You can't. And so that's why I said, the biggest scam is not getting help, because at the end of the day, I've said this in many videos, you have to own your stuff. You have to own your stuff. And what do I mean by own your stuff? Literally saying, you know what? I didn't know this when I got that credit card, or when I got this car loan, or when I purchased this house. I didn't know financially how all this worked. But hey, the outcome was this. And so, since the outcome is this, let me learn from it and do better. So it goes back to, how can you protect yourself from credit repair if you believe that it's a scam, that you believe that if you pay someone to help you get help, then do the work yourself. And what I always tell people, understand that when you decide to do the work yourself, the process is going to take longer. The process is going to take longer. You can't expect to get the same results from someone who said, you know what, I'm willing to invest in myself and have someone to hold my hand and guide me along the way. You can't expect that, because the thing is that you're going to make mistakes. When I started my journey way back in the 90s, I made mistakes, made a lot of mistakes. And then, and because I didn't have no one to bounce anything off of. I've said this story so many times. It was me and two other friends, one being a girl, another one being a guy, deciding that, okay, we wanted to change some things financially, and credit was one. And so we went on this crusade to learn some things about credit, and we had to make some mistakes. And that's what I've always told people, is that if you want to avoid being scammed, you got to do the work yourself. You have to read the books. You have to do the research. And I've had emails where people have said, hey, I've gotten some type of success, but I still need some hand holding. Well, then, hey, you got to make an investment in it. And if you think it's a scam, that's your thinking. That's your thinking. But I said the biggest scam is you staying in financial bondage, believing that someone is entitled to help you, or saying, oh, woe is me. This is my situation. And so let me paint my situation so bad that someone will feel sorry for me and then give me the help that I want. But unfortunately, in the real world, that doesn't happen, because I don't care how dim and how grim and how bad you make your situation. You are never going to have that finance company that put you in that bad car loan with the absorbent interest rates feel sorry for you and say, you know what, ma'am or sir, that was really bad on our part. So what we're going to do is, we're not going to call that loan back, and we're not going to repossess your car, and we're not going to put that derogatory information on your credit. That was our fault. And so you're not going to get a bank to feel sorry for you and say, you know what, we should have never issued you that credit card. We should have educated you on interest rates and APR and spending habits, and how to increase your income, and how to decrease your expenses. You know what? Well, since we didn't do all that, we're going to not expect you to pay that credit card. See, that conversation is never going to happen. That's never going to happen. And so, with that being said, you got to own your stuff. You have to let go of the idea that you getting help is a scam. You got to let go of that. If not, do the research yourself, do the work yourself. And understand that if you decide to travel that road alone, the process is going to take longer, because you have no one to help you get rid of the blind spots. And so I'm going to end this video with this. I said that in 2017, my goal is to help more people improve their credit. Currently, classes. I hold classes every Monday. You can learn more at www.diycredithub.com. It's the do-it-yourself credit hub. There you will learn more about those classes. You decide on where you want to fit in. There's a lower level and there is a higher level. And you decide on what type of help you want. It's just how it goes. Now, if, like I said, the scam is not getting help. The scam is staying in your situation and thinking that someone is going to help you just because, well, I'm single mom and, single dad and, lost our, married couple, lost our jobs, like I said, it doesn't work like that, because if that's the case, the lenders and all those other people who extended you this credit would do something, and they're not even willing to help you. So I say all that to say, words have power. Watch your words and look to get help. So once again, if you want to learn more about, like I said, the classes that I hold every week, I hold these classes every week. And I'm not going to go into everything here because you can learn more at www.diycredithub.com. So once again, this is Lorelia, and I look forward to talking to you in the next video. Okay, bye-bye.